we all know that starting your Roblox game can be really hard for most people, especially those who put in the effort, only to get a few players play the game. Do you find it annoying when you go to the discovery page and you see all of these operating games operating your mind, from Brookhaven to Adobe? I'm tired of playing these games. In this video, I'm going to cover games that deserve more attention than it is now. From FPS to roleplay games, let's dive in. Stay to the end if you want to know them all. The first game that we have is Rise Fall by Rise Studios. You may be thinking, is this any other stupid game out there? I'm here to tell you that it is not. I have played this game for like a couple of hours. Rise Fall is a direct inspiration from Call of Duty. If you are a Call of Duty fan, you will probably find some similarities. Since I am not a Call fan, then good on me. As you can see, this is a shooter game. This is where you shoot people. This sounds so obvious. Why do I have to tell you this? Anyways, I have played this game for a couple of hours now. There are 3 types of game modes: 2v2, free fall, or quick play. I would recommend for you to choose quick play because it's just team versus team match. Moreover, you get to play with more players and you can be toxic with them. As you can see, I'm very new to the game. I'm literally getting destroyed by other people 10 times in a row. Oh my god, what's going on? I'm literally getting destroyed by 10-year-old teen. We're going back to topic. Just went off topic by then. I know you probably cringe about my joke shenanigans, but here we go. Still watching this? Thank you. I will rate this game 6 out of 10. Not because of my skill issue. Haha, funny, right? It is just a game that doesn't feel engaging to my own preferences. There's just some things that it needs to improve on. But still, I would recommend for people to play. As long as you have a powerful PC like mine, then you are able to play this high graphics. Otherwise, turn down your graphics, and if you're still lagging, then just get a new computer. Seriously. I'm now going to show you a game called Game WIP. This is a newly released game. It was published like a month ago, and the game mechanic is surreal. I've never seen this game that good. Even though it is still in beta, I think this game has potential. When you enter the game, you'll be met with the main menu. Once you click play, you'll be prompted to explore around the game, complete the quests. For example, when it says you to collect the berries, you go around the map. I believe this game has potential to become one of the most popular in Roblox. A game like this could shape the future of Roblox. It's not that it's not getting enough attention. There has been some YouTubers who have played this game, but not many. But there's no tutorial taking place to do what. As a result, the player becomes confused and quick. And that's the thing I have learned for a year of Roblox development. You need to have a game that is intriguing, easy to learn for others. You don't want to take ages for someone to have to learn on how to play the game. For example, there might be an 8-year-old kid out there with a very low attention span. As a result, he may not be able to play this game for long periods of time without quitting because it is not stimulating enough to him. The thing is that it is not really the problem, it is more to do with society as a whole. As we advance further with artificial intelligence, we start to see new upcoming generations like Gen Alpha being glued to their screen and failing to be someone who can be trustworthy in a society. Anyways, I will rate this game to be 7 out of 10. I would recommend you to play. However, this game is only single player. If you want to play with other games, then there are many options out there. Another game that I would like to recommend is Creative Insanity. As the name suggests, this is the game where you have to solve obstacles by moving blocks. This may sound easy, however when you get to the part where you need to pass over a huge gap, it will be a challenge for you. Trust me, if you have a very low IQ, you will not be able to complete this game. This is because this game involves some problem-solving skills. For example, if you don't know how to get to the top, what can you do? You see this green block out here? What you need to do is you need to click E and then you drag the green arrow towards the top, and then once it reaches closer to the platform, you jump. If you're used to using Roblox Studio, this might be familiar to you. Now I have to move the blocks along so that I can pass over this huge gap. Come on, this game is difficult to complete. However, this game deserves more recognition among the Roblox community. Your main objective for this game is to pass through obstacles and you finish the game. However, there are several problems that I have noticed with this game. First of all, there are no tutorials to teach new players on how to play the game, especially when the game is already difficult enough to play. A dumb 8-year-old kid won't able to grasp on what is going on. Second thing is that the parts are difficult to move with. You need to be precise on which bodies you move, otherwise it will take you some time to figure out on how to move a certain object. I will rate this game to be 5 out of 10. I would still recommend you to play. Let's move on to our next game. Of the only Roblox game where you don't see your avatar. Instead, you will see this interface. If you guys have heard of Hearts of Iron 5 or Europa Universalis, then you get what I'm trying to say. Roblox Rise of Nations is a strategy game where you choose a nation, handle diplomacy, manage your economy, and lead your military into victory. The game's objective is to expand other countries through wars, alliances, and economic growth. Employ your military to conquer territories, acquire resources, and recreate historical empires such as the Soviet Union. The game focuses on governing a nation, modeling the world map, and navigating international relations. This video, by the way, does not endorse politics, but it is a great way for you to be able to learn history. In addition, you get to recreate empires like the Roman Empire or Sparta, if you want to live like Socrates, or be USA and conquer the whole entire world under your choosing. You will only be limited with the amount of resources you have and other players that might compete against you. One thing that I like with this game is the vast customability you have with the experiences. If you're lucky enough to have some Robux, you can buy a VIP server for 50 Robux. With that, you're able to access in-game exclusive content otherwise. With this, you get to create custom countries that if Roblox TOS allows it. Well, but that is one good thing to have for your game, especially when you're Roblox developer. You can offer people to buy VIP servers to unlock exclusive content. Anyways, I would rate this game to be 8 out of 10. The only reason why it's not a full 10 is because Happiness, game developer of the game, doesn't regularly put out updates. I mean, he literally takes months or even years to put an update. This could bore some players out in the game. Another thing is, you might not like history at all. We'll now move on to the 5th game. It is called Northwind. Northwind is a roleplay survivor adventure game centered on the colonization of Quebec. First of all, my first impression of the game is survival game. It's a game where you try to survive with all the available resources that you have. So basically, they hunt for food and they look for ways to survive. The game is set during the 1600s, 1700s, during the French colonization of Quebec. To those who don't know a lot of Canadian history, Quebec was settled by the French in 1621, and then they remained there until the British settled in 1761. If you're a Canadian watching this, please correct me, because I'm not Canadian. Anyway, it depicts a life of a person living in Quebec during the 1600s. So obviously this game was all about survival. Being a colonist at the time, you have to counter with the natives. The natives were not there at all. They weren't happy that people were taking their land. What this game does is it helps us to illustrate how we used to live in Quebec back then. And as we can see, the main quest of this game is to basically confront against the native, which in turn you fight them. I know this may sound insulting, but that's the main purpose of the game. The main purpose of the game is to have a game like Arsenal, where people on both sides, they fight each other, and then they fight until someone wins. This is such a unique game. This game deserves more attention. Aside on its graphics, I think it looks really good. I don't know what else to describe it. This runs my PC really well, with a smooth gameplay and a really high FPS. Usually most Roblox games will be like Brookhaven, where it was made back in 1995 using Windows 95. This game has made a lot of effort into building the game. They make sure that it is historically accurate. I would rate this game to be 7 out of 10 because the map is too big and I don't know where to explore more, but I don't usually play games like this, so I don't really have like an accurate opinion about this. It is just my own perception. Despite that, I would still recommend you to play the game. It is such a underrated treasure that nobody has discovered yet. We're now moving to defining it. We have a game called Word Search. Word Search is a game where you find the words by linking the letters together. This game is about matching words. As the name suggests, you basically try to find the letters that match with the word. This may seem easy, but the words are cluttered around the board, as shown here. As of right now, I'm competing against the other person to finish the game first. This can be really hard for some people because it's not like any other Roblox game. Because usually Roblox games are fun and engaging, but this, it requires a lot of brain power. I really mean it. If you don't have a lot of brain power, then I don't think this game is right for you. Because it uses all of your brain resources into a really difficult task. Moreover, if you are dyslexic, like some people, I'm not saying that to insult them, but it's hard. It's hard to complete the game. One of the reasons why this game hasn't gained any attraction is there's no purpose. There's no other purpose of playing the game other than doing that. And once you complete that, you do it again, and you do it again, and again, and again. The main problem is that if a game is repetitive, players will eventually get bored and they quit the game. That's the harsh reality about Roblox. Roblox is like YouTube. For example, if I make a video about adult memes, it will get no views because it won't get any views because it doesn't resonate with my target audience. This channel targets 13 years old or older, but anyone can watch this channel. Anyways, what I'm trying to get here is that if your game doesn't resonate with your target audience, then no one will play your game. I am not saying that this game is terrible. I actually like the game. I would personally rate this 8 out of 10. However, to be fair and not biased, I will rate this game to be 4 out of 10. I still recommend for you to play this game. It is such an underrated treasure. It's just that its potential is limited because not a lot of players like to play this kind of games. So my final rating will be 5 out of 10. If you like my video, I would advise you to subscribe, leave a like, and watch my other videos linked on screen. I would appreciate if the 95% of you subscribe to the channel. It would help me a lot to get my first 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Can we do it?